coaches, Joseph Bergante, who happens to be my son. He's the brains of the operation. It's really hard to talk about a team or a season when you haven't played a game. There's a lot of things I don't know about this team. You know, we look really good in practice against each other. We went down and scrimmaged Santa Clara and Rio Mesa. They looked good against us. That's not good. So, you know, we're going to find out what we have. The things I do know is that we lost 4 of our 5 starters. That's a lot of points and a lot of rebounds we got to make up. The one starter coming back is a football player, and he's had, I think, 6 practices. So it's going to take him a little while to get in basketball shape. So it's going to take us a little while. I think we're going to start a little bit slow, but I think by the end of the year, I think we could be a pretty decent team. And the kids are excited about playing, and I'm excited about coaching them. We start tomorrow against Fillmore down there. Friday we got Oxnard up here. We haven't beaten Oxnard, I think, in about 5 years now. It's been quite a while. And then we have Santa Paula on Saturday. So we're looking forward to the season, and let's get it going. Thank you.
Coach Figueroa and then Coach Zura.
Hello, I'm Josue Figueroa with Santa Paula Wrestling. New to being a head coach for the program, seeing it's a fairly young team. I assisted the head coach last year before there was a change. 4 out of the 5 kids that went to CAF are returning, so I think it's kind of how much of the team to kind of grow. We've got a lot of freshmen, about 15 freshmen that signed up. They're excited about wrestling. I'm excited about being there to teach them wrestling. I hope that my passion for wrestling kind of goes into it. That really seems, yeah. So yeah, excited for the season, and I hope the team kind of grows and more kids on campus have been trickling in. So I'll look for the best. Thank you.
How's everybody doing? Hope everybody had a good Thanksgiving. Heather Zurk from UCSB Women's Basketball. Cannot believe the season's back again, but it's here. Year number 2 for our coaching staff. We opened up a couple weeks ago at UNLV. Ended up losing there by 6. Came home, got a win versus New Mexico State, which we owe them from last year. And spent Thanksgiving in Puerto Vallarta, which wasn't bad. I did not get a tan because we worked and we played. It was a business trip. We ended up losing our first game to Oregon State. We lost by 3. We played them pretty tough. Definitely a game that I know we wish we had back. Came back the next day, played Mississippi State, got a win against them, and then lost our last game versus Missouri State. So we played some awesome competition there, definitely got better. Sweets, as she was mentioned before, has been playing really well for us. We're led by our 3 seniors, Sweets Underwood, Kirsten Tillman, who is from Bozeman, Montana, and Angela Aguirre from Dallas, Texas. So those are our 3 seniors this year. We also have 3 incoming freshmen, Jasmine Ware from Sacramento, Jessica Pino from Temecula, and Kendra Morrison is from Sammamish, Washington. So we got 11 kids. We got a small roster, but we like it that way. Coach always says it's tough to keep 11 women happy, so that's how we like to look at it. But I think the great thing about this team is that on any given night, you know, someone's going to step up. We don't have any go-to players on our team. Everyone's on the same level, and any given night, anyone can get it done. So we're just working on, you know, being consistent, and we don't want to go back and forth with the whole win-loss thing. So consistency is what we're striving for. They're working hard every day in practice. We got a great group of kids. We play tomorrow night at home versus USC at 7. So that's a big one for us. We owe them from last year. And then this Saturday we're also home at 2 versus St. Mary's. So hope to see everybody there. Congratulations to all the other winners today, and good luck with everyone's season. Thank you.
Wrapping us off, Coach John Moore from Westmont.
Be clear on one thing. This tough to keep one woman happy.
Quote that to my wife. Put that on paper, please. Is that the cutest thing ever? Yeah, the cutest thing ever. Johnny Ward, I'm not talking about you. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about Alexis. And you know, what a time Kirsten Moore has been through. I mean, she's been, for those of you who are new to the community, her husband died last May. And it's been a rough go. It's been a rough go up on the hill. But what she said here is a great indicator of our community, of our Santa Barbara community, of our Westmont community. And I'm really proud of us. Sometimes it's hard to say I'm proud of me, but we can say we're proud of us. And what we've done to come around Kirsten is a real tribute to who we are as a community and who we're supposed to be as a community. And so I want to say an extra thank you to all of you who've been willing to help Kirsten and Alexis out. And it doesn't stop here. It continues for a long time to come. So I hope you continue to gird her and be a foundation for her, because she will appreciate that for a long time to come. Henry, good to see you. Well, I remember when you were a kid. You know, it feels like you know, Henry Gonzalez was you know, the guy who played at Carpinteria High School when I was a young coach, working for Frank Carvajal at Santa Barbara City College. He was running around with Ron and the rest of the Carvajal crew, and you've aged a lot better than I have. You've aged a whole lot better than I have. And one of my favorites right here, Phil Womble, and you know, what a great tribute, Duncan, that you have your name attached to a guy of this quality. And last thing, to Jeffrey and, what's your brother's name, Jeffrey? Kyle, that's right. Jeffrey and Kyle. Every time I go to the San Marcos game, I take, the first few times I went, it was a double take. Because I'd see one of you on one end, I'd walk into the gym, I'd see Jeffrey, and then I'd get to the other end of the gym, and there'd be Kyle, and I'd say, what's happening here? But congratulations, well deserved. We just came back from the Lone Star State, and what happened 49 years ago this past Thanksgiving? Who can tell me? JFK was shot. And so we were there for the 49th anniversary. And one of the things we do with our team every year is if we have a player from out of state, we go to that state and we celebrate with them in front of their family, because all our local kids get to play in front of their family. But that kid gets to go home. We get to take our team to his place in Dallas. And we did that with Preston Branson, our 4-year, he's an All-American this year, coming back as an All-American. And it was a great tribute to him. But one of the things we did was I have an assistant coach, Larry Knapp, who was a 38-year teacher at Santa Barbara High, and we went to Dealey Plaza, and we went to where JFK was assassinated, and we stood outside, and Larry gave him a history lesson and talked to him for about 15 minutes about what this day, it was one day away from that, meant 49 years ago. And it was a great moment for our guys to learn. And history is important. And whether it's the history of a program or history of our country, and Larry was able to provide that for our players, and that's part of what we do. We don't just go and celebrate with a player who goes back to his hometown, but we do something that's important in that particular town. We got a chance to see the JFK Memorial, and they came away from it with a great appreciation for another great president besides, somebody mentioned Lincoln. Besides Lincoln, JFK was a president that was going to make great things happen for our country before he passed on. I brought 2 players with me. Daniel, if you'd stand up, please. Daniel's a 6'9" Aussie, and that means he's from Australia. He's more than Aussie was. And Daniel's he's a sophomore. He's going to be a very, very fine player, and he's right now finding himself. And we're trying to find how to best make Daniel available in our program. And he's only going to get better. His worst moments are right now. His best moments are ahead of us. And we're real excited to have Daniel in our program. And he's going to be a great, great player down the road. And then next to him is his roommate, Nate Marson. Another sophomore. Nate is probably the oldest sophomore I've ever had. I think he comes here from Saddleback College and Cal Poly SLO. He was Cal Poly SLO for a year, Saddleback for 2 years, and now he's here at Westmont. Yes, that's 4 years, and yes, he's a sophomore. You figured it out. But we're glad that he's a sophomore because he's been injured all year long. He's got 3 years, including this year, left, and his best days are ahead of him as well. We had his toughness. I don't think we would have lost one of the games. We're 7-1. We're 6-1. We've only lost one game, and we wouldn't have lost that game, and we wouldn't have lost the exhibition we played against Cal State Bakersfield last week, a Division I program that's going into the WAC next year that we lost by 3 points last Tuesday night. And if Nate had been in our program, we would not have lost that game. I'm confident in that. This is a great time to come watch the Warriors play. Both the men and women are going to be very, very good this year. We're 8th in the nation right now. The women are 7th in the nation. I expect in the next poll coming up next week that both of us will move up a little bit. And it's great to be here at Roundtable. Thanks so much. Lots to be thankful for.
Well, that wraps it up for today, and I just want to remind everyone we still have a cookie raffle, so don't leave quite yet. But students, make sure you get those forms in because that was good that some people spelled, but they like to go off the forms even better. That way your name is spelled correctly in the paper. And remind everyone else, if you're interested in the membership of the Athletic Roundtable, you can find that information online. One of the great benefits if you are a Regal member is that you get a pass that lets you into any athletic event, so locally. So it's a really great deal. So let's do the cookies if you get your little stubs out. Okay, so the first one is number 599. Those are the last 3 numbers, 599.
Oh, no, you go get it.
Okay, the next one is 596.
Yeah.
596. Okay, and the last one is number 605. 605, oh. All right, thank you. So thanks again, have a terrific week, and see you next week.
Hey, can we send one? Get one people?